You're welcome to the day 3 of our job search challenge, Upwork edition. Now, in the previous days, on the first day, we were able to set our goals that will help us thrive in this journey while searching for job. And day 2 was all about job search strategy. We learned how to search smart, filter the right jobs, and focus only on opportunities that match our skills. So this means no more random applying, no more waste of connects. We are learning to aim with precision. Now, here we are on day 3, and this is where things get really exciting. It's not enough to just find the right job. You also need to know how to catch the client's attention in a sea of proposal. So imagine this. Let's say you post a proposal on Upwork and within minutes, 50 proposals land in your inbox. Be sincere to yourself. Will you be able to read every single one from top to bottom? Of course not. The best I can do is to skim the first lines, looking for something that makes me stop and think, yes, this is the freelancer that gets me. This is the person that makes me sing. This is the person that makes me heard. All right. So that's exactly what your proposal hook should do to your client. That is what it should do to anyone who is reading it. The first 2 lines of your proposals are the difference between being ignored and being shortlisted. So today, for our day 3 job search challenge, we are learning how to write proposals with hook that grab attention, with hook that shows value instantly and make clients want to read the rest. So now you might be wondering, why does hook matter so much? Now, I'll be sincere with you, like I said earlier. People don't have time. People attention span of human beings are reducing by the day. Like, you don't have time. Same way a client don't have that time to waste on reading every proposal that is being sent into his or her inbox. What they want to know quickly is, does this person understand my problem? Now, can they actually deliver results? Do I want to keep reading? So your hook answers those questions in seconds. If they don't, your proposal will be ignored. We're going to go ahead to see the types of hook you can use. The first one here is the pain point hook. Now, this hook identifies your client's biggest struggles and frustration, and it shows you understand their struggles, you understand their frustration when you use them in the first line of your proposal. And that is because a client is hiring you in the first place because they want relief from their problems. So when you open your proposal with these pain points, you instantly connect with them. You connect with their emotion and they feel like, this is the freelancer that gets me. This is the person that understands my struggle. That is what a pinpoint does to a client. They feel seen, they feel understood, they feel heard. All right. So before you use a hook on a proposal, you have to first read the job post carefully. All right. And while reading the job post, try to identify the pain points in that post. The clients usually state their struggle. They usually state their pain points in their post. That is why they're looking for you in the first place. All right. So when you identify the pain points, the pain points could be that they have disorganized email, someone to help them with email. They have poor designs. They need someone to help them with design. They have they are unable to manage their email. You shall see their pain point in their job post. All right. Then when you see those pain points, reframe that pain point into your opening line and hint them that you can help them solve this problem. That is how you make them seen. Okay. A good example could be, I noticed you need someone to handle repetitive tasks. That shows you've read the post. Okay. It's exhausting doing it alone. Okay, you've made your clients feel seen by accepting that it's exhausting doing it alone. You're offering to help by saying, That's where I come in. You've done everything in the first two lines. This will make a client want to click and read further. So let's go over to the second hook, which is the value or result hook. Now, the value of or result hook helps highlight the outcome you bring and not just the task you will do. Okay. Now let's say for a client don't actually care about the task. That's the truth. They don't care about the email, the data entry, the research. All they care about is the results. What will you bring? What are you bringing to the table? Let me just use that grammar. They care about the result you're bringing to their struggles. All right. Is it more time, higher revenue, better efficiency, whatever it is that you're bringing? Okay. So when you're starting your proposal with results, it makes you stand out. So to use a value or result hook, you have to first think of your past win, much time you've saved for a client, the revenue increase, or whatever wins you have achieved in the past. You have to think about it, then translate those wins into measurable results. Like, I've been able to save 10 hours for my clients. I've been able to free up 15 hours weekly for this client. So those are measurable results. Okay, then start with the benefits, connect it to their projects. So let me say, for example, I've helped clients reduce tax backlog by 40%, and I would love to bring the same system to your team. That is a value or results hook. So the next hook we're going to see is the curiosity hook. Now, what does this curiosity hook do? It sparks intrigue. It makes the client want to read more. All right, because normally human beings are naturally curious. So if you start with something intriguing, the client feels compelled to keep reading to find out the result. You don't just use this hook anyhow. You have to learn to mention a method or a system or a strategy without fully revealing it. Drop a hint about how you can solve their problem, okay? And then make them curious enough to continue. A good example of a curiosity hook is, I have 3-step workflow that makes client onboarding smooth and stress-free. You will want to see how it works for your project. Now that's curiosity. The client will really want to see how it will work for his project. For our fourth hook, which is the social proof hook, this hook builds credibility instantly by showing results you've achieved for others, because clients trust evidence. So if you've delivered results before, they believe you can do it again for them. Now, the best way to use this hook is to mention specific achievements, like the number of clients you've worked with before, the industries you've served, and the results you've achieved. In this way, you need to keep it short and clear, and finally relate it to the client's needs. Okay? So a good example of the social proof hook is something like, I have supported 7+ entrepreneur in streamlining daily operation. Your project stood out because I know exactly how to deliver result here. This is like a social proof to this client that this is something you've done before and you can do it again for them. Okay? And finally, I have the empathy hook. This hook connects on a human level by showing you understand what the client is going through. Okay? You know the word empathy. You understand what somebody is going through and you empathize with the person, because people don't just buy skills. Trust me, they buy connections. Most clients, they often feel overwhelmed, they often feel stressed and under pressure. So when you show empathy, they feel seen, they feel heard, okay? And the best way to use this particular hook is to just get used to using words like, I understand. I know how it feels. I've seen how tough it can be. Now, those phrases, those words, okay, it connects on a human level with your clients. Acknowledge their struggle, then position yourself as their solution. Keep it natural and not too emotional. Okay, so a good example for that is, I know how stressful it is to juggle admin tasks while trying to grow a business. You don't have to do it all alone. So you have to understand not every job post calls for the same type of hook. All right. When you see a short job post like with no much detail, use curiosity hook. Okay. Curiosity hook makes them open up. Then when you see a detailed post with clear problem, the problem have been listed out for you. Use the pain point hook. The pain point hook will show you understand their problems. All right. Then when you see a post and you feel you have a strong past result on this post, use social proof, use value result hook. All right. Then when the client sounds stressed and overwhelmed, use empathy. That is how I apply my hook to different proposal, not just on Upwork. In every platform, both on LinkedIn, on Google, when I search for job online, Google, wherever I search for job, I make sure I read the post to understand what kind of hook I need to use for the post. All right. So the pinpoint hook shows you understand. The value or result hook prove you deliver outcomes. The curiosity hook makes them keep reading. Social proof hook build instant trust, and the empathy hook connects on a human level. So if you're going to master all this hook, it simply means you will never blend into the pipe of generic proposals again. So instead, you're going to stand out, you're going to connect with your clients, and they're going to say, this is the freelancer I need. Now we've learned that a strong hook is the key, right? That opens the client's door. So it's time for you to practice. Here I have 5 samples of job posts. So, and here is what you do for me. You will read each of these job posts and you're going to pick just one. And that one post you pick, you are going to identify the type of hook that you can use for that one post, whether it's the pain point hook, or the value and result hook, or the curiosity hook, social proof, or empathy. Anyone you want to use for that post, identify it, then write just one opening hook you will use for that proposal of that post. Okay, I have an example format for you here so you can let it guide you. So see you in the 4th challenge.